President Joe Biden and the First Lady are traveling to St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands, where they will remain through the New Year holiday. ABC News' Elizabeth Schulze joins us now from St. Croix. So, Elizabeth, we know the president spoke to Qatar officials to negotiate the release of more hostages, and a top aide also met with U.S. officials to discuss more aid into Gaza. What more can you tell us about the president's response to this?
Hey, Alexis. Well, before the president made his way here to St. Croix, he did have that call with the Emir of Qatar. And of course, the two leaders emphasized the urgent need to try to get the remaining hostages out. The White House said that, of course, includes the Americans who are still being held hostage. Remember that Qatar was the critical intermediary in the hostage negotiations for that first ceasefire. Qatar and Egypt together helped broker that deal to get the hostages out and to have that ceasefire in place. And it comes as there's this ongoing discussion over another ceasefire to try to get that in place while also getting more aid into Gaza in. The White House has said that it's continued to increase its warnings on Israel to try to minimize civilian casualties. You saw in Brit's piece the terrible death toll that's mounting there. And so this senior advisor to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was meeting with top White House officials, including Secretary of State Blinken, to try to reinforce that message that they're taking civilian deaths into account while they're trying to get more aid. And at the same time, Alexis.
And with no signs, Elizabeth, of the migrant surge slowing down, Secretary Blinken's expected to meet with Mexico's president to discuss the crisis at the southern border. What's on the agenda, and can we expect any major deliverables from this meeting?
And this meeting really does highlight how critical of an issue this has become for the White House, both from the political point of view, but also just in dealing with the influx of migrants, with border communities overwhelmed with the record number of migrants that we're seeing cross over the past month so far. So today, Secretary of State Blinken's on his way to meet with the president of Mexico's Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas will also be part of that meeting. As far as deliverables, one of the White House's key points is to try to get Mexico to step up its enforcement of trying to keep more migrants in Mexico. There has been ongoing conversations. President Biden spoke with the president of Mexico last week. There had been an agreement that Mexico would try to eliminate or at least decrease the number of people coming from Venezuela through the border. So the White House trying to make sure that they can at least try to contain that number. We are seeing this huge caravan of an estimated between 6,000 to 10,000 people making their way up to the border. The president trying to get that that flow to slow. At the same time, Alexis, we also know, a source tells us that there are these negotiations that are now continuing on Capitol Hill over a border security package. Of course, this talks over how to increase border security and comprehensive immigration reform has become tied up over additional aid to Ukraine and to Israel. So the White House is trying to continue those conversations with key negotiators on Capitol Hill. As far as solutions there, they're looking at tightening asylum restrictions, increasing technology and security at the border. This has been a sticking point, but one that we are told the negotiations are at least continuing, even though Congress is in recess and the president is on vacation, Alexis.
On vacation, indeed. I was going to say we're all jealous talking about how beautiful it looks there. We're in gloomy, foggy New York City. So hopefully you have time for a little bit of fun, too, while you're covering the president.
It's not a terrible assignment. Thank you.
All right, Elizabeth Schulze in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.